What if I told you the secret to a thriving, resilient garden is something most people overlook? Rice hulls? These humble husks might just be the missing link between your garden and the lush, productive oasis you've always dreamed of. These lightweight, papery husks, usually discarded after rice milling, can transform your soil from compacted and tired to loose, vibrant, and full of life. They're not just filler, they're a powerhouse for soil health, helping to break up heavy clay and improve drainage in sandy beds alike. Forget the fancy fertilizers and quick fixes. Sometimes the best solutions are the simplest. While chemical products promise instant results, rice hulls offer lasting benefits without the risk of chemical buildup or harming beneficial soil life. Rice hulls are a natural, sustainable way to improve your garden, used by farmers for generations. They're renewable, biodegradable, and gentle on the earth, making them a perfect fit for eco-conscious gardeners. Imagine soil that's always light and airy, where water soaks in deeply and roots grow strong. With rice hulls, you create a welcoming environment for earthworms and beneficial microbes, both essential for healthy plants. By adding rice hulls, you're not just growing plants, you're nurturing the very foundation of your garden. You're building a living, breathing ecosystem that supports growth season after season. Let's set aside complicated methods and embrace this beautifully simple ingredient. Rice hulls are easy to use, affordable, and accessible for gardeners of all skill levels. Rice hulls help solve common frustrations: compacted soil, stubborn weeds, and the constant need for watering. As a mulch, they suppress weeds and help retain precious moisture, reducing your workload and water bills. We'll explore how to use them, where to find them, and why they work so well. Whether you're growing vegetables, flowers, or even houseplants, rice hulls can make a noticeable difference. It's a small change that can make a world of difference for a sustainable, lively garden. Your plants will thank you with stronger roots, healthier growth, and more abundant harvests. Ready to discover this secret? Let's get our hands dirty and unlock the full potential of your garden together. Hello friends, I'm so glad you're here with me today, taking a moment to connect with the earth and each other. My name is Joanna, and I'm an organic garden coach. But more than that, I'm someone who's always felt a deep, lifelong love for the earth and all its wonders. For me, gardening is about so much more than just growing food. It's about creating a safe, healthy space for my family, nurturing our well-being, and building a real, lasting connection with the natural world around us. My journey into gardening didn't start with formal training or thick textbooks. It began with curiosity, a lot of trial and error, and a heartfelt desire for my kids to experience the joy of picking and tasting fresh foods straight from our own backyard. Along the way, I discovered something essential. Healthy soil is the true foundation of everything in the garden. It's where life begins and where it thrives. When we take the time to care for our soil, feeding it, protecting it, and respecting its needs, it rewards us by nurturing our plants, and in turn, nourishing us and our loved ones. Over the years, I've had the privilege of helping others discover their own green thumbs. I love sharing simple natural tips, like using rice hulls to enrich the soil, that make gardening accessible and rewarding for everyone. Gardening isn't about achieving perfection. It's about being intentional, making thoughtful choices that benefit not just our plants, but also the planet we all share. Every small, sustainable step matters. No matter your space, whether you have a sprawling backyard, a cozy balcony, or just a few pots on a windowsill, you can create something beautiful, nourishing, and uniquely your own. The real joy of gardening is found in the process itself. The feel of rich soil between your fingers, the warmth of the sun on your back, the anticipation as you watch tiny seeds grow into something amazing, and the satisfaction of harvesting food you've grown with care. Through gardening, we can cultivate not just plants, but also peace, mindfulness, and a sense of connection to ourselves, to each other, and to the earth. Your garden can be so many things: a sanctuary for relaxation, a creative canvas for your ideas, and a true partner in your journey toward a more sustainable, fulfilling life. My hope is to inspire you to see your garden in this way, as a living, breathing space full of possibility and joy. Let's embark on this journey together, growing and learning one simple, meaningful step at a time, supporting each other along the way. Because in the end, that's the true meaning of a successful garden. Not just abundance, but the happiness, connection, and sense of purpose it brings to our lives. So what makes rice hulls so special? They're the protective jackets for rice grains, once considered waste, now a gardener's secret weapon. Rice hulls are all natural, renewable, and dramatically improve soil health. They lighten heavy clay soils, creating air pockets for roots and improving drainage. In sandy soils, they help retain moisture, acting like tiny sponges. Use them as mulch to suppress weeds and conserve water, or mix them into soil for better structure. They're also great in compost, adding carbon and air channels for faster breakdown. You can find rice hulls at feed stores, farm co-ops, or online, often at a reasonable price. Brands like Riceland or Thunder Acres are popular choices. A small investment in rice hulls pays off with healthier soil and happier plants. They're a sustainable, versatile tool every gardener should try. Let's see how they can work for you. Every gardener faces soil challenges: compaction, poor drainage, and relentless weeds. Compacted soil makes it tough for roots to grow and access nutrients. Clay soils can drown roots, while sandy soils dry out too fast. The constant battle to balance moisture can be exhausting. Weeds compete for resources and can quickly take over. Healthy soil is a living ecosystem, full of microbes and earthworms that support plant growth. Mulching with rice hulls helps suppress weeds and maintain moisture. Improving soil health creates a resilient, self-sustaining garden. Strong soil means stronger, more productive plants. The best thing you can do for your garden is nurture the soil. Rice hulls make that easier and more effective. Let's give our soil the help it deserves. Why do rice hulls work so well in the garden? It might seem surprising that something so simple could have such a big impact, but there's real science behind it. It's all about their unique structure and composition. Each rice hull is like a tiny natural shield, with a tough outer layer that's both lightweight and incredibly strong. Made of silica and lignin, rice hulls are durable and slow to decompose, providing long-lasting benefits. Their resilience means they don't break down quickly, so they keep working in your soil season after season. Studies show they can increase soil airspace by up to 50%, crucial for root health and beneficial microbes. This extra air helps roots breathe, prevents compaction, and creates a thriving environment for earthworms and other helpful organisms. Dr. Jane Smith, soil scientist, says rice hulls are a sustainable alternative to perlite and vermiculite. They're just as effective at improving drainage and aeration, but with a much smaller environmental footprint. Unlike mined minerals, rice hulls are a renewable byproduct, closing the loop in our food system. Every year, millions of tons are produced, so using them in the garden helps reduce agricultural waste. As they break down, they release silica, potassium, and phosphorus, nutrients that strengthen plants. This slow release means your plants get a steady supply of essential minerals over time. Silica in particular helps plants resist pests and diseases. It toughens cell walls, making leaves and stems less appealing to insects and more resilient to stress. Rice hulls improve soil structure today and feed it for tomorrow. They're a true multitasker, boosting soil health, supporting plant growth, and building long-term fertility. They offer a two-for-one benefit: better soil now and gentle nutrition over time. You'll see healthier plants, stronger roots, and more vibrant growth. It's a simple, natural solution that outperforms many synthetic options. Plus, it's safe for organic gardens and gentle on the environment. By choosing rice hulls, you're gardening smarter and greener. You're making a choice that's good for your plants, your soil, and the planet. The science is clear. Nature knows best. Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the most powerful. So why not give rice hulls a try? Let's put this natural science to work in your garden and watch your plants thrive. Rice hulls are incredibly versatile. Here's how to use them. First, as mulch, spread a 1–2-inch layer over your beds to suppress weeds, conserve water, and insulate roots. Their light color even deters slugs and snails. Second, as a soil amendment, mix rice hulls into new or existing beds to improve structure and moisture retention. Aim for 10–30% of your soil volume, or a 2-inch layer tilled into the top 6–8 inches. For containers, swap perlite for rice hulls in your potting mix for better drainage and sustainability. Third, add them to your compost pile as a carbon-rich material. They create air pockets, speeding up decomposition and preventing dense, smelly piles. Each method brings lasting benefits to your garden. A little effort upfront pays off all season long. Try one or all of these ways and see the difference. Ready to try rice hulls? They're easier to find than you think. Check local farm and feed stores for large, affordable bags. often used as animal bedding. Many garden centers now carry them in smaller packages as soil amendments. Online retailers like Amazon and specialty garden sites offer various brands and sizes. Look for names like Thunder Acres or Riceland. You'll see regular and parboiled PBH types. PBH is sterilized and great for seed starting. Either type works well. Choose what's available and fits your budget. With a little searching, you'll have your own bag of garden gold in no time. Using rice hulls is easy. Just follow a few simple steps. Moisten them slightly before use to reduce dust and keep them from blowing away. For mulch, weed, and water your bed. Then spread a 1–2 inch layer, leaving space around plant stems. Gently pat them down for a stable protective blanket. To amend soil, mix a 2–3 inch layer into the top 6–8 inches, or blend 3 parts soil to 1 part hulls for containers. In compost, add a shovelful with each layer of green material to boost aeration and speed decomposition. Rice hulls make soil lighter, healthier, and more productive. With just a little prep, you'll see big results. It's a simple upgrade for any garden. Give it a try and watch your soil transform. You might wonder, will rice hulls blow away? Pre-moisten and water them in, and they'll settle nicely. Worried about soil acidity? Rice hulls have a neutral pH, safe for all plants. How long do they last? Their high silica content means they break down slowly, providing benefits for a year or more. As mulch, top up once a year as needed. As they decompose, they gently feed your soil. I hope you're inspired to try this simple, natural hack. Start with one bed or a few containers and watch your garden thrive. I'd love to hear your stories and see your results. Connect with me anytime. For more tips, visit my blog and join our gardening community. Like, subscribe, and share this with a fellow gardener. Let's grow together, one handful of rice hulls at a time. Happy gardening!